Hello. This video presentation is designed to attract the general dental practitioner to the treatment of snoring with oral appliances. Snoring is a major problem in our country as also the entire world. In addition to being a social problem, snoring is an indicator of a very serious medical condition called obstructive sleep apnea. It is associated with all three stages of obstructive sleep apnea, namely the primary, moderate, as well as advanced. Snoring occurs in the throat and not in the nose as is generally believed by the lay public. During sleep, the mandible and the tongue may get displaced distally, leading to the constriction of the airway leading to the lungs. The passage of air through the constricted airway causes the tissues of the soft palate to vibrate, leading to the very irritating sound of snoring. Oral appliances are recognized as a major treatment modality in the treatment of obstructive sleep apnea. Treatment of obstructive sleep apnea is the field of the medical super specialist, namely the pulmonologist. We, however, can and should offer solution to the problem of snoring, which I said earlier is associated with all three stages of obstructive sleep apnea. Do not irritate the medical specialist by claiming treatment for obstructive sleep apnea with oral appliances. It is not our field. Try working for them and with them. Every dentist is in a position to fabricate and deliver oral appliances for snoring. More than 50% of the population of a great nation actually snores, and that means a huge area of work waiting to be tapped. Can you imagine the opportunity that awaits you? Oral appliance is just applied dentistry. I will show you how you can be a part of snore cure without major investment in time, money, education and equipment. Your requirements for delivering these appliances are very simple. You need impression trays, impression material, alginate or rubber base, a hard thermoplastic, that is 1.5 millimeter thick thermoplastic material. You might need a vacuum former, but you don't need to buy it. You can always use the services of a laboratory for that. Bite registration device PP1, carding wax or bite registration material, articulator, mandibular locking device PP2, clear cold acrylic material, micromotor with acrylic burrs for finishing. Now you'll notice here, everything looks very familiar, isn't it? You all have it, except for PP1 and PP2. The PP1 device is used for registering the bite. It has two components and a lock screw. The two components, this is the major body. You notice there's a lock screw here. You'll also notice that there's a calibration here. A scale is stuck on this device. The other part of the device is a fork which goes into the mouth. This fits in here like this and can be locked into position by turning the screw over here. But more of that much later as we come to it. The making of the appliance involves two clinical procedures only. Number one is the making of an impression, and number two, the registration of the protrusive bite. Now every dentist, I'm sure, is familiar with these clinical procedures. However, I shall now discuss the procedure in detail. Mind you, like I said earlier, this is all applied dentistry. You know it all. I am just being a catalyst for your success. So approach the subject with great confidence. I recommend the use of lower trays. Lower trays, there's nothing in between here. For both the arches, as we do not need the palate area in the maxilla. We don't need that area in the maxilla. Impressions, like I said, can be taken in alginate or rubber-based impression materials. Now remember, pour 2 sets of models for each patient. one set of models will help you fabricate the thermoplastic trays, get them made or make them yourself if you have the machine, to trim them and adjust them to fit the patient's mouth comfortably. That's the upper and the low ready with us. Now we come to the next stage of taking the bite. With the PP1 registration device, we register a protrusive bite which will help keep the mandible in a forward position, thus clearing the airway during sleep. The upper and lower sections, now this goes to the upper arch. You'll notice there's a notch here, and the lower section there's a notch here too. They fit into the anterior and low and the maxillary and the mandibular incisor teeth. Okay, what you need to do is you record the position of the maxillary and mandibular teeth in the normal position or in the centric position. Lock this device here and then mark the position of that particular thing corresponding with the scale that you have over here. That is your first registration. Now put it back into the mouth, open the screw, release the lock and ask the patient to protrude. So when the patient protrudes, the whole system goes forward. This will stay in the mouth, this will shift, go forward, and then at that point of time, full protrusion, you lock this position again. And what have you got? You got another position which you again mark over here. The difference between the first and the second, the translation will show you how much the mandible has actually progressed so far as the protrusive movement of the mandible is concerned. Now these two readings, you have the readings, you mark them on. Suppose you find that they have translated over 6 markings. Now for the oral appliance, what we really need is a 70% protrusive bite. If the full protrusive bite is in 6 calibrations, then 70% will naturally be 4.2. Okay? If you say 70 out of 100 I need 70 or 70 out of 100, and then you calculate it yourself and you'll know that what you need is just 4.2. Lock the screw, change it again, go to the 4.2 mark, lock it again. Now this is the bite you need to record. For the purpose of recording the bite, what you will need, like I said, is either use carding wax. You'll take pieces out of this, put them on top of over here, soften them, introduce into the mouth and ask the patient to bite on those at that particular point. So now you have a registration of these teeth. Okay? And what you got here now, the bite in protrusive at 70%. This is what it will look like at the end of the day. Now what you do is, you take the articulator and see that you lock this bite in that particular form onto the articulator. You will notice here that I have kept the center off from the main arch. Why? Because I need to work in this area. If I were to be putting it straight like this, it will be difficult for me to apply and fix my device PP2. Okay? Now, after having done that, what we do is we remove these and take our trays and put them in the position of put them on these models. They go onto the models. Now comes the part where we have to now fix the second device, that is called the PP2. Let me explain the device PP to you in detail. PP2 is a locking system which consists of 2 sections. It's a simple plate here with holes, the upper plate, and this is not simple. This has got a locking system device. There's a lock here in front. Also, you will notice that there's a screw here or a bolt. This bolt, when it is manipulated, helps to move the lock anteriorly or posteriorly as the need arises. Okay? Now this is fixed onto the plates with this pointing anteriorly, and it is fixed onto the upper arch with cold cure acrylic. It is recommended that you use the clear variety so it matches with the material of the plates of the thermoplastic material. Okay, so it matches, it doesn't look bad. It goes on to the maxillary arch. This goes on to the mandibular arch. You will notice here that there is a curvature here which matches with the curvature in the mandibular arch. And what you get done here, this is how you finish it off. After this is done, you remove it, finish it, polish it, and now it is ready for insertion into the patient's mouth. That is the way you deliver the appliance. I'm sure you must have found it a very invigorating experience to go through the very simple process of fabricating the appliance. And mind you, you can do it in your own office. Now, at more than 60% success rate, this is an excellent appliance for the treatment of snoring. The oral appliance for snoring. Now, before I go ahead, I would like to also tell you that this meets the requirement of a titratable. Titratable means you can actually calculate it. A titratable oral device or locking device. This is totally different from the other appliance that is being used for the treatment of snoring, and that is the twin block appliance. The twin block appliance is an orthodontic appliance, and I think we should leave it to the orthodontists to do the twin block appliances. This is a very simple appliance. It meets the requirements, which is a major requirement, that the whole thing should be adjustable both by the dentist as well as by the patient itself at home. He can actually carry a screwdriver and make the adjustment so that the protrusion can be handled properly. Now, having said that, I'd like to tell you that the oral appliance for snoring gives us a great opportunity to establish ourselves as major players in healthcare. Every dentist is in a position to deliver oral appliances for snoring. Now, can there be anything more simple to make and deliver? This is applied dentistry at work. All that hard-gained knowledge can now be put to productive use. So what are you waiting for? The time to move up from teeth and gums into healthcare is now. Grab the opportunity today. Play big time in healthcare. And mind you, I'm always there to help and guide you. Thank you.